Thank you very much. I am Ismail again. This is the second video that I'm having with you team. I have so far worked on the first part of the video and report. Uh, and this second part of the report, I have covered three main parts. The first one was consist of the theories which affect companies' global strategies. Where I have covered Porter's five forces, Porter's national competitive advantage and theory. I have also talked about comparative advantage and authority advantage. The second part also I have talked about AAA strategies discussed by Gamma Watt. Okay, so in this video I am just going to talk about manufacturing part, which is the third part I have talked about. It was all about the definitions and of different terms related to manufacturing and supply chain. We are now going to talk about manufacturing. Manufacturing is the process of producing the product which are finally sold to the customers. So Akame is now going to offshore its manufacturing plant in Vietnam. It is going to move it to the Vietnam country so that it can support or it can sell its product in China and India. In this video we talk a little bit about consideration when offshoring manufacturing plant, benefits of Akame when offshoring also the manufacturing plant, and also I will talk about the risks which can accompany this. So to start, there are different things to consider when offshoring manufacturing plant. The first thing is that offshoring manufacturing plant requires more oversight. It requires a lot of control where for example, you can maintain good relationship with overseas manufacturers, which will enable you with skills and expertise of overseeing them collectively because they have experience. Uh, Control will minimize different risks related to this. Labor costs also are the things that you have to pay attention on when offshoring manufacturing plant. Okay, offshoring manufacturing plant also you have to consider the volume that you are producing. Like, international business are known to have a very big volume of things. Production is at high volume. So when offshoring manufacturing plant, you have to know that you are going just to produce as much as possible. Let's talk about the benefits of moving manufacturing plant, especially in Vietnam. Uh, the first thing it's just to expand the business. When you move the manufacturing plant, you're just expanding the business. You're operating in the United States. At the same time, also you're operating in different countries like that of Vietnam, China, and so on. That Akame will be working from. Another thing is new market access. You also access different markets. I mean, you access as big number of customers as possible. There is also the reduction of cost of operations. Yeah, instead of having too much money spent on transportation and different things, you are just trying to have those money kept, or you are just reducing them by only having that manufacturing plant being in works. So about cost control, I'm just going to be specific on Vietnam, just moving it to Vietnam. Let me talk about cost control. Where in Vietnam it is very easy to get employees and it is not very expensive compared to the China. So like in 2010, China was the third country with the most expensive labor market. So according to the article, also in Vietnam, the laborers or manpower is very cheap compared to the China and Thailand. Another thing is the risk diversification. Like if you are working in Vietnam or you are just having that manufacturing plant in one country, you are not facing different risks of having the business in China, what and what in India, but you're only facing the risk maybe that in Vietnam, not only the other things like that. So coming to the risks, Coming to the risks, uh, I can have there is this one of infrastructure, where cited in the document of FTI Journal Territory China plus one, Vietnam infrastructure is low compared to the China. This means that you're not accessing infrastructure in your business. You'll be not buying land well or at a good level. So you understand that if maybe it could be possible, Akame could be in China than being in Vietnam, but also it is going to face this risk. Another thing is country risk, where Vietnam is among the country with different operation risks like corruption, lack of accountability, and low transparency. This means that maybe if the owners of the business have different problems they are facing, they can't go to the or they can go to the authorities, and they are not being maybe treated well because of this low transparency and something like that. Another thing is the lack of unskilled manpower. Like in Vietnam, is among the countries which is experiencing a problem with skill shortage. So acting in that country, having business in that country is going also to have different problems related to this. Finally, is about cultural and language barriers, where it will be challenging just to work with the people like manpowers there. If they are not skilled, you understand also to have a language, to be experienced in the languages, especially international languages like English, as the owners will be coming from United States, will be a very challenging thing. So we understand that those risks also will be hindering the business to be run well, but overall it will be very good, as the customers will be increasing and things like, yeah, different benefits will be gotten. So thank you very much for seeing.